honestly. No, I mean that's actually just basically from all the time we spent running for office, because we've always been endorsed by Planned Parenthood, and we've had to go up in these debates and stuff about and it's always come down to the idea of pro-choice and pro-life, and nobody ever thinks about, they only think about the symptom of the problem. They don't want to think about the source. Why do we have such high pregnancy rates in Arizona for teens? Because we don't teach age-appropriate sex education. We don't make birth control available just in case something happens to a teen where they end up in a situation where they have sex.
The baby's born.
So we teach abstinence only, because everyone knows that a teenager is going to listen to you when you say, don't do that.
Yeah.
And if you look at it,
I know I did as a kid.
The states with the highest teen pregnancy rates are also, for the most part, states that teach abstinence-only sex education. And the ones that have the lower abortion rates and teen pregnancy rates are those that actually teach kids, okay, this is what a condom is. This is what, I think we should basically have some sort of a class in every high school where somebody comes in and they have to spend the entire day taking care of a newborn. Here you go. Here's your newborn. This is what happens if you don't use protection. And see how fast those students are all about getting condoms and the pill. Because I guarantee you, if you have to change a diaper 5 or 6 times a day that smells like fucking raw sewage, you're going to think about, I really don't want to have to do this at this point in time.
Yeah, fuck this. Oh, I have a raw egg. I have to treat it like yeah, fuck that. Oh, we did a video about that, too. We actually did a campaign video. What was it about? Dark money? And
we did a dark money.
The condom
we
on
had
the bananas.
That says protect yourself against dark money. I mean, it was this whole thing where it was supposed to be, the whole idea was to make it look like a sex ed class, but it was actually about dark money and how to protect yourself. And that was pretty cool.
It was powerful.
It was a very powerful video.
I think that's just it. It's about the messaging, not about the message, but about the way you
message it,
way you portray it.
Yeah. But it wasn't as fun as the voter outreach at the strip club. That was pretty cool.
That was fucking awesome.
That made the Tonight Show. Yes, it was
cool.
A strip club here in Chandler decided to invite all the candidates from both Republicans and Democrats and Green Party and anybody else to come do a voters outreach night at their club, and I think 5 of us showed up out of about 30 candidates.
5 of us, 2 of which are us.
1, 2, 3, 4 Democrats, 4 and 1 Green Party showed up.
Yep.
And we know the Green Party because she's a good friend of ours. So it was like, we made the news. And of course, the evangelical candidates on the other side of the aisle were just appalled that we would do stuff like that.
It's like, hey, you claim that you are actually representing everybody. You know what? My current legislators are not representing me, which is why I spent the last 6 fucking years running against them. So, you're awful for doing an event in a strip club. No, these are people that vote, people that are just as good as anybody else, but you're marginalizing them because they actually work in the adult industry. So it was actually really interesting. We took some shit from the party. We took some shit from a lot of people.
Oh, really?
I'm so glad I left the party. But anyway.
Yeah, that's a whole other story.
I mean, it was like, seriously, you claim that you want to reach out to everybody, and you're talking about door knocks. Well, how about going to a place where there's a bunch of people coming to you?
That are standing there listening to you and watching boobs and drinking alcohol at the same time? It's well known that people are more susceptible to suggestion when they've been drinking heavily and seeing boobs. It was a perfect opportunity.
I know that's the case for me.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Don't hide your head.
Hide my head in shame. So, but anyway, we've already gone through our first hour. We're gonna have to play some of our PSAs. JC, it's been awesome having you on the show tonight.
Thanks so much. It's been a lot of fun.
I hope that you have a whole bunch more articles about the American Taliban coming out and about anything that, because it was very, very dramatic, and it caught the attention of people so fast.
Well, and it was so well articulated.
Yeah.
It
Communication
wasn't like
skills.
blah, blah, blah,
That's
blah.
unusual nowadays.
Most people can't even spell communication or have any skills, so yeah.
Unless they have crayons and a book. So, but yeah, we've really enjoyed having you on the show tonight. We really appreciate it.
All right, thank you guys. It's been great.
Do more good works, man.
Good night.
We're going to be watching you.
We'll have you on again,
Will do.
definitely.
You too.
All righty.
Thank you.
Keep up the fight.
Thank you. You too. Night.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go to our first PSA set. It was great having JC on the show tonight. If you have not looked at his article, please go out there, do a search, the American Taliban.
Don't we have the actual...
I think the link is actually either on... It may be on the Progressive Voices page,
if
or
not,
it may
maybe we
just
can
be
put
in
it
my...
there to make it a little easier for people.
We'll see if we can find it. We'll post it on the Progressive Voices webpage. Please go read this article because it makes so much sense about what's going on in our country today, and you know, we need to look at all radical, regardless of which side of whether it's right, left, or whatever. And this was a good portion of that. So we're going to go ahead and cut to PSAs. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, and then we were going to continue on, and we're going to talk about online petitions.
Woo!
So stick
Hold
around.
on to your butts.
Yeah, stick around. We'll be back shortly.
Are you worried about what your money is paying for when you pay your insurance bill? How many times have you seen a company or agent helping a cause you disagree with? It happens again and again and again. Progressives who want to make sure that they are helping the issues they care about have an agent on their side. Matthew Serra is here to help you save money on your insurance and give you the comfort of mind knowing that you are supporting causes that you hold dear. To see if he can save you money, contact him at 602-753-8574. Make sure you are saving money today.
My name is Scott Pryor, chair of Arizona's LD16 Democrats. One of the things I have noticed since I became active in politics in 2012 is that people in general have increased their value of political affiliation over the value of humanity and community. Interpersonal communication has become more defined by our online communications and less defined by our face-to-face interactions. This has drastically reduced our ability to empathize with one another and find common ground to create real conversation and real solutions. If you frequent Facebook or Twitter or some of the other social media websites, you will see that many people are referring to each other as liberals or conservatives or libtards or Republicans. And many times, what starts as a real logical conversation becomes useless as people move from logical discourse to online shouting matches and name-calling. This type of behavior really must change. As chair of the LD16 Democrats, our local party will begin moving in a new direction. Instead of focusing on political change, we will begin focusing on changing ourselves and our communities. We will attempt to work together with others to help create better communication through cooperation, such as food and clothing drives, friendly competitions such as bowling, riflery, softball games, and yes, even karaoke. Our goal is to try to take the political affiliation out of the primary focus of all of our communications and start treating people as individuals, neighbors, and friends. As a gesture of this new focus, I will begin working to provide free educational seminars to the public, which will give people the proper tools necessary to not only participate in the state governmental process, but also interact with the different committees and legislators that are at the Capitol to represent us. I look forward to the future and hope that we can all begin to work together to create better solutions for all the people in our community.
Hello, my name is Michelle Short. Stu DeHaan and myself are co-chapter heads of the Arizona chapter to the Satanic Temple. Our chapter was given birth in February of 2016 in the aftermath of our first and biggest challenge. We requested to perform our invocation in front of the Phoenix City Council on behalf of the Satanic Temple. As Satanists that worship through activism, the mission of the Satanic Temple is to encourage benevolence and empathy among all people, reject tyrannical authority, advocate practical common sense and justice, and be directed by the human conscience to undertake noble pursuits guided by the individual will. Civic-minded, the Satanic Temple has been involved in a number of good works, including fighting for women's body autonomy, religious plurality in public forums, working on behalf of children in public school who have been subjected to proselytizing and corporal punishment, and much, much more. As an organized religion, we feel it is our function to actively provide outreach, to lead by example, and to participate in public affairs, wheresoever the issues might benefit from rational satanic insights. As Satanists, we should all be guided by our consciences, to undertake noble pursuits, guided by our individual wills. We believe that this is a hope for all mankind and the aspiration for all humanity. For more information, please visit our websites, thesatanictemple.com and thesatanictemplearizona.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us into the second hour, or second hour and 45 minutes, or well, whatever. I know we went over a little bit with the last session, but having JC on the show was really good. Really, folks, go look up his article. Let's call the evangelicals what they really are, the American Taliban, because there's a lot of information in there that people should look at, regardless of your religious beliefs. It's very important, because if you're a Christian and you don't believe in Sharia law, then maybe you should remember that this is a country that's based on religious freedom, and Muslims have every right to have their laws instituted as you do yours. And as you try to push your laws out and then condemn theirs, you're the hypocrite. So go take a look at this article. It really is wonderful. Now, swinging over to a different store of thought. Store of thought? Is that really a word or a thought? Oh, well. Anyway, so for those of you that don't know, we have a guest that comes on the show occasionally to help us with our tech talk. Alexa, how are you?
Great. Ready to help.
She's just such a nice one, isn't she? So our Echo Dot is hooked into our mixer so you can hear her. Now, we've been talking to her and trying to find out some of the things that she knows about.
We've been taunting
her. We have been pushing her, trying to see what kind of knowledge she has. So here's one of the things that we found out. Alexa, what is a jackass?
The term jackass has a couple of meanings. As a noun, 1. A man who is a stupid, incompetent fool. 2. Male donkey.
There you have it. A male who is, incompetent. Now, does that really kind of fit with what we're seeing?
How so?
Well, just in general. How about this one? Alexa, what happened in this day in history?
March 24th. One of the worst oil spills in U.S. territory begins when the supertanker Exxon Valdez, owned and operated by the Exxon Corporation, runs aground on a reef in Prince William Sound in southern Alaska. An estimated 11 million gallons of oil eventually spilled into the water. Attempts to contain the massive spill were unsuccessful, and wind and currents spread the oil more than 100 miles from its source, eventually polluting more than 700 miles of coastline. Hundreds of thousands of birds and animals were adversely affected by the environmental disaster. Would you like to hear more about this event? Another event from March 24th? Or an event from